V Rising. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Awaken as a vampire. Hunt for blood in nearby settlements to regain your strength and evade the scorching sun to survive. Raise your castle and thrive in an ever-changing open world full of mystery. Gain allies online and conquer the land of the living. I'm going to jump into the game live and do most of this review live, but at the minute I just want to kind of set that up with a bit of an overview of what this game is. It's one of the best games I've played in a long time. Certainly one of the best games I've played this year. I mean, the bar's been really low, but, you know, and I know I haven't played Elden Ring yet. Oh, God, cry your eyes out more, you know, but I will be doing that later on. But, yeah, the bar is pretty low for gaming at the minute, but this is way better than I would say the vast majority of games that's come out this year. It's really good. What it looks like the developers have done with this is take the good bits out of a lot of games spanning over the last 10 years or so. I mean, there's bits from Valheim. You can see definite Valheim influences here. You can see definite Rust influences, and many other good games. You can just see the influence, but they haven't just copied and pasted. They've added their own take on a lot of that stuff as well, and improvised with things and made the game really enjoyable. I've been playing it for 2.5 days now, and I'm nowhere near where I should be. I've had to solo a lot of it because I'm on at a different time to most people on the server, so I have done a lot of co-op as well, but it's been a mixture of co-op and solo. You can also play this in PvP, which is what I'll be doing next, and I'll be doing a video on that. So it's solo, PvP and PvE with up to 4 players. Now, it's an open world game. You play a vampire, you have to build up a castle, and you've got to progress up through the ranks. Now, I say ranks, there's no XP and levels as such. You get a gear score. So basically, the better gear you have, the higher your gear score is going to be, which will allow you to take out one of the many bosses in this. I think there's over 30 bosses in this game, and you can only take out the bosses within your gear score, so to speak. You track them down with the blood. You can smell them. Now, I'm going to pop into the game now. That I'll give you a brief overlay of the game, and I'm going to show you some of the mechanics, how the combat works and everything. So I'll dive over now and start playing. So here we are, guys. We're in my castle at the minute. I'm just going to wake up from my coffin. Yeah. And there I am in all my yeah, that's me. There's Cass's coffin, and this coffin belongs to a servant. It's somebody, some poor innocent little guy was walking past me castle. I mesmerised him in and took control of him and turned him into one of my minions. You might see him. Oh, there he is. Hi, Maltor. That's him there. So this is the lobby area. I haven't started in here yet, but this is the main part. And if you notice the clock at the top there, it's daytime. You can see it going around. It's coming up to when I guess the 7 p.m. and you're looking at night time. So the castle has a heart, which is in here. You've got to keep that filled with blood. You can see the blood in there. The castle will start to decay if it's not. And here, I'm not going to go through them all. You've got your chests, you've got a lumber mill, like a sawmill, crafting bench, research, tannery. Mike, you said you weren't going to go through them all. Working bench. Oh, actually, woodworking bench. Can I? Just a hunter's crossbow. I just wondered if there was anything kind of new in that. A blood press, furnace, a grinder, and a place where you make rats, because you eat rats when you're outside if you run out of blood. Now, if you look down the bottom here, this is me blood pool. Now, it says the quality's at 47%. That's because I ate the neck of a rogue who had 47% blood. Every single person in the game, NPC, when you mouse over them, will give a percentage of how pure their blood is. Now, this is a great thing about the game. And there's many different types. There's warriors, rogues, creatures, scholars, all kinds of stuff out there. And when you bite into them and feed off them, you're drinking their blood. And so you get whatever traits they have. So, for example, I've got 47%, which is not great, but it's 47%. So I get 10-20% chance of critical strike on weapon attacks and 8-15% movement speed. But obviously you're after that 100% to fill them all up. But that's not too bad. 47% rogue. And the blood drains down all the time. When it gets to the bottom, you're going to start taking just damage for being out of blood. So you have to keep filling that up by feeding on people. You've got your hotbar here, and these are your abilities. Now, your abilities, I'll just show you these. These are split into all these different groups, and as you take down bosses, you will get abilities off them. Magic is the main thing in this game about the fighting, but you do have a sword, so I can do sort of spinny, whirlwindy attacks and just basic slash attacks like that. But your main stuff is your magic shit like that, and I've got a couple of them. I can also go into here and I can transform into a wolf, which is what I spend most of my time at anyway, to be honest. So you want to be heading out and doing stuff. Now I'm going to show you the open world map. This is the area that I've been covering at the minute, but you can see how much more of the world is out there. Now if I zoom in, because it's fully open world, you can see there's these shaded areas. That's a bandit copper mine. You can see the loot that you can get off it. You can also send your minions out that you've taken control out on looting expeditions as well. So that's really handy. So you can see the different things out there, wolf dens, graveyards. And if I go to the blood altar, you will see the bosses. These are the things that you can go after. So there's all of them in the game, in early access. But only these ones here I'm able to go and attack with my current gear score. I've taken down all the ones that are shown up there. I'm up to Clive the Firestarter, who's a level 30. So if I click track blood, you'll see there's the bloodline. See that? That's me self-sniffing the blood. It comes on about every 30 seconds, so I know he's in that direction there, which is... Oh, he's not that far away, actually. He might be in that bandit camp. I'm going to put a... Actually, I don't need to. I'll just follow the blood. Follow the blood. And as it would happen, it's time to go out anyway. So he's over that way. So he's... yeah, we'll go and have a look for this guy. I won't have time to take him out in the video, but we'll see where we are. So I'm going out now. It's still sunlight outside. It hasn't quite dinged, so I'll show you what happens if you stand in the sun. No, I won't. The moon's just rose. So, see the paths here? These are great. These paths link all of the world together, and you have random patrols. For example, they are poachers. Now, if they ran across some undead like skeletons, there'd be a fight. I'll show you some footage in a second. In fact, I'll show you some footage right now of me taking out a boss. It was me and Cass took out a boss last night by luring the boss to another boss, and the bosses started to fight each other. And we just kind of sat in the shadows waiting for the right time to attack, and then we dived in. So the whole world's hostile to each other as well. So that's a castle getting built by another player on the server. It's still at the wooden stage at the minute. But it is a... Oh, he's actually over here now. These are all minerals that you can... so for example, if I switch to me mace, that's copper, stone, trees. You can just chop a tree down if you need wood. So it's all survivally. It's all a very survivally open world game. There's some big bastards as well around, like Ents and all kind. I dread what's at the northern end. I mean, this isn't a full-on review because I haven't played the game. Is so vast. There's something going on here. That's a man trap attacking a moose. So you can see how the world is just naturally hostile, which I love. I absolutely love that. So we're gonna see if we can find this guy. Big frame drop there. I'm pleased that happened when I was recording. I get them now and then, which kind of sucks. Right, now, as it happens, there's the guy I'm after. Oh no, that's not him. I did see him a few seconds. There he is. Clive the Firestarter. Now, what I'm going to try and do is take out a lot of the ads. So he's patrolling around there. Oh, look at this chest. Yeah, I'll take all... Oh, shit, have I not... Oh, f***, I didn't empty my inventory. That sucks. Let's see if I can get this guy away. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, these... You gotta really watch out for patrols like... Right then, let's you and me have a bit chat. Me, I've hardly done anything to him. Yeah. But his attacks don't look that hard to, you know what I mean? Oh, spinny, spin, spin. Come here. Damn it, will you just fucking come here, mate? Huh?
Have a spinny. Have a fucking spinny. No. No, you don't. None of that shit on me, mate. Yes. Finish him. Gotcha. Now, if I hold Y, extract his blood, I get his abilities, all the stuff that he had, all his knowledge. I'm like, thank you for your knowledge. Now I'm getting the fuck out of here. If I can... inventory's full. My oath, sir. My oath, sir. Shit, get rid of shit. Fucking logs, go away. Bit of... leather's good. Leather's good. Bones. Right, I'll have that. And don't want lumber, bones, that's what I had. Right, run. Now, actually, check for chests. What's all this? Copper. Plants. Nah, I've got plenty of that. So now I have to get home. And doing that is pretty easy as a... I was going to say a fox. I'm a fucking wolf. There's a heart. I love that. Oh, I'm going to get burnt. Watch how quick. Watch how quick it burns you. Look at that. It burns us. So now that we're back, if I go to the blood altar, you can see what I got. I got the Veil of Chaos. I got an alchemy table, sulfur recipe, which is great, and a minor explosive. I'll show you the build menu now. So basically, I'm in a castle. So there's the walls of the castle. You got floors, carpets, lots of different stuff, windows, wallpapers. Now, what happened was I got the DLC, which I'm going to talk about just to end the video, of the developers, and they sent me a few keys, so they've been really nice to me. But I totally disagree with the actual DLC, which is why well, anyone who's playing the game will notice I'm not using any of the stuff, because the game's in early access and there's 2 DLCs on day 1. That's just not on. That's not on. They've made the game. Get your money off that and put every resource into finishing the game that we've paid for, even though I didn't pay for it, but you know. I disagree with it completely. It's a great game, but the DLCs is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. While we're talking about the bad stuff, you get frame drops. There's been a few crashes. There needs to be a lot of quality of life stuff going on. Like if the servers is going down, we need a bit more notice, so we can get in our coffins and things like that. There's a lot of stuff needs adding to the game to make it a little bit better. I mean, we're in early access. And that's where all of the developers should be concentrating. Not making stupid fucking cosmetic DLCs. That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Why haven't we got that content in the main game anyway? I mean, I'm sick of this practice now where content that's in the game is just like sliced up into a fucking cake and say, oh, you can have that now. You can have that now for a price. What about people who are buying the fucking full game? They should get it all. I hate all that shit. I really do. Fair enough. 6 months after the game's finished, if it's a success, make some more content. That's fine. But not when the game hasn't even finished. But, you know, let's not end on a bad note, because this game is phenomenal. It's going to be massive. It's going to be really massive. Certainly my go-to game at the minute. I'll probably stream it at the weekend. My birthday stream this weekend, so don't miss that one, guys. I'll be depressed and miserable. I think I'm 102 now. So have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.